Hi, my name is Ariel New, and today I'm showing you guys how to resolve any conflict with any single person. And if you guys follow my steps in this formula, I guarantee you will come out better on the other side. You will be in a better place than now. These steps in this formula have been formulating in my mind for some time, but what started to crystallize it were some personal experiences I went through recently, to be honest. But what really hit the nail for me was actually after reflecting on this mantra that really stuck in my mind that I heard from a YouTube step I've been really into recently for meditation. I've linked it below in the description. It's called Higher Consciousness Down Temple Set. They infuse these gems, these wisdom gems from these amazing teachers into the set. And one of the sections is Ram Dass. Ram Dass went to India to see his guru, and his guru said, Ram Dass, love everyone. And Ram Dass said, I can't. My mind is full of judgments. And his guru said, Ram Dass, love everyone and tell the truth. So let's break it down. The very first thing we must do is really know in our truth, really know how we are truly thinking and feeling about the situation. Whenever we're in conflict, whatever negativity and pain or concern and worries and anxieties, it's coming from ourselves. Yes, we know that this other person, and sometimes the other person isn't even aware, right? Like we've all have been in experiences where we might be holding inner resentment, but the other person actually don't know they're in a conflict with us until we talk to them, right? And obviously there's a lot of conflicts where we're both in the conflict, right? But no matter what, it's you. Even if you're in a conflict with someone and you know that they're also in awareness of being in a conflict with you, you're the only one that knows your side of the story. You can only know your truth. Even if you feel like you know something about them or you want to blame them, you want to shame them, you want to point fingers, it still comes back to your own feelings and thoughts. Whatever they're triggering you by, all you can speak to is your own feelings and thoughts. Anything else is hearsay. Speaking our own truth, well, speaking directly about the situation, including the involvement of them, but that is the practice, that is the art. Knowing how to be confident, direct, and clear in delivery so that they can also hear the words very confidently, directly, and clearly to know what the heck you're actually saying. But to be able to explain things from our own thoughts and feelings while also including how their involvement was in this whole experience, but more so calling out the situation of what happened and then speaking to how the situation made us think and feel. Get to the root of things without dancing around the subject. So for example, if you can say something like, every last time this happened or every single time we're out with friends, I've noticed this. I've noticed this experience with you. I've noticed that I don't get acknowledged by you, or we never really talk when we're in group settings, but when we're one-on-one, it seems fine. Of you padding it and saying something like, oh, when we're all out, I kind of feel this from the group, then you're not getting to the root and the core. You have to find that courage and the honesty to speak about the root, the tea of the situation, if it is really involving someone else directly. So once we do that, however they respond, we carry this energy of powerful love. And again, this energy of powerful love is love for ourselves too. They might actually come back, and because you were so clear and courageous in speaking your actual emotions and thoughts of the situation, and you didn't blame or shame, but you were direct and you did directly call out their involvement of it too and how it made you feel. If they're at the same place as you, if they also and is willing to be vulnerable and is conscious of this whole situation, even if they have their own story, their own side, you can feel it though. They will hear you. It still might be some uncomfortable moments. You have to talk it out, But all in all, they will also just reciprocate the same energy, the same type of conversation, and share their side. And naturally, you guys will get to a solution. So that's the highest potential outcome. That's what we all want. However, many times, or not many times, who knows, but sometimes they're not at the same place. This is very common too. We can't expect others to not only agree to what we're saying, but also be at the same level of awareness, consciousness, vulnerability as us. We don't know, right? And we can't force another. Everyone is on their own journey and their own path, and they also have their own stories. So again, even if we really think we're right, doesn't matter. How they respond, we can't control. So if they respond in a way that's offensive or defensive or triggered, we can notice that right away. We must notice that right away. We must sense it. And even the triggered, the offensive, defensive energy that they bring back, there are levels to it. You can tell, as long as you're conscious and present and you're not reactive, you can sense whether the triggers are something that you can, okay, they're a little bit triggered, but I think because they're aware, they're listening to me. So if I just continue to talk, I feel like we can carry this on some more, and I can sense that it's going to bring us both at least more clarity about the situation. So you must be the one that is sensing this without being reactive. You're just there. You're just sensing the situation. And then sometimes they're just blocked, and you can sense that too. And often when we're not conscious, or we're not grounded, we're not taking breaths, we're not being present with someone, their response of being really trigger, really defensive, offensive will trigger us too. So we both start just fighting, or we both shut down, and the imbalances get worse. So it's a lot of resilience and tenacity we have to build within. But in these moments, after we share and we're gauging them, we really have to come into this composed, honed, objective state where we're still aware of our feelings, but we're not reacting and being triggered by them. If they come back very defensive, very blocked, then at that point, to be honest, most of your outer work is done. You just have to recognize that this is not going to go anywhere, at least for now. And we must just diffuse the situation. So honestly, sometimes if it's something that's only over text, at that point, maybe no response is required after. There's no point in pushing it more. You don't need to respond any further. If it's a live moment, you'll have to find a way to diffuse it in a way that you're just like, okay, we're going to just agree to disagree. I shared my thoughts and my emotions from a genuine place, and I appreciate our relationship. I have love and care for it. But if we're not able to see and hear each other, let's just let it go. And maybe let's just take some time and space. So do whatever you need to do to just drop it in the moment, again, with no defensive or offensive energy, but just know that the remaining work is inside. It's within you. Intend a prayer for them to come into their own being, to come into more clarity and truth and love for themselves, and intend that in the future, there's going to be opportunity for this relationship to heal, mend, and evolve. Hold that in your heart, but in a detached way. And when you're able to do that, then you're alleviating yourself. You're giving freedom and liberation to yourself. Put yourself first. You know that you're not on the same page. And honestly, if you continue to allow this energy to come through, you're not going to just let go, love everyone, let go, and continue to put yourself in the same situation, put yourself very close to this person, because then you're going to continue to be hurt. They already can't hear you, they already can't see you, they're not willing to discuss with you. So this is the part of love where you're loving yourself too. You must learn to remove yourself more, set more boundaries, again, without offensive or defensive energy. A lot of times you just silently take these moves. Loving yourself part comes through from setting the boundaries and really removing yourself from situations that don't serve you, but also reflecting and knowing that you did your best Don't start to discount yourself and don't start to judge or question yourself, especially if you did the whole exercise and practice we said earlier of really knowing your truth and speaking your truth and being conscious of, I'm being vulnerable, I'm being honest because I actually care for, I'm here to mend, I'm here to heal. If you did that, all that work, and you went into it with that intention and you know that you tried your best, love yourself. Yes, like I said in the beginning, it might be painful, it might be uncomfortable to take these steps, but on the other side, you're going to come out liberated. You're at a higher place, you're at a more liberated place, and you went through this whole thing. So this conflict is now resolved. It's now untangled. The outcome you couldn't expect it, but whatever the outcome is in the end, you're liberated. You're giving them the space and freedom to go just do whatever the hell they want. And you had the opportunity, you said exactly what it is. So you have no regrets. There's no regrets. Everything was said, everything was put out on the table, and you got the best of what you deserve. So that's it. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any questions, but just know that these 3 steps really is the foundation. So memorize these 3 steps. Know and tell my truth. Love everyone and let go. And I'll have much more content coming out for you guys on techniques that we can use in the actual conversations that we have during conflict that will help with this whole process. But this process is the underlying foundation, is the underlying formula. I get a lot of messages from you guys, many paragraphs on what you're currently going through in life, and I would love to help all of you. So this is what I can do for you in my coaching sessions. I offer both one-on-one coachings or a recorded video delivered to you if you prefer to watch content back. So you guys can find that in my description below. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. And remember, when in doubt, sometimes we just have to see things from a new view. Sometimes you just have to see things from a new view. Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.